Hello and welcome back to another GTA Rollers video, where today I'm going to be going over my predictions for the next GTA Online DLC. The first prediction is that we will get another Skyline, most likely an R34. There is also the possibility that it could be an R30 or R31, and also the possibility of a GTST, but I highly doubt that. Realistically, it's likely going to be an R34, but we'll see when it comes out, if it does. Next up, I think we're going to get a Japanese mid-engine sports car, so either the Toyota MR2 or the Honda NSX. The community have been asking for this for years, so I think Rockstar will take a note from the community and add what they want. Another car that I expect to see is some sort of S chassis. I expect an S15, but it could also be a 240 or an S14. But the drifting community is very big in GTA. Obviously, the S chassis are a very popular car within the drifting community in real life. So I think the likelihood that we get another S chassis is quite high. I think we'll likely get another Nissan Z into the game as well. We have the 240Z, we have the 370Z, and we have the 400Z. So I think a 350Z is likely. I don't see it being any other Nissan Z, as the others aren't too popular. Obviously, Japanese cars aren't the only cars that are going to be added in this DLC, so I think we'll also likely get some sort of European hot hatch. Maybe a Renault 5 Turbo, as we previously got a Renault 5 Turbo in the last update, except it was electric, so maybe we'll get a petrol version, we'll see. The next car I think we will get is a Citroen Saxo. I know it's a very strange choice, but we have the Asbo, so I don't see why we wouldn't get a Saxo. The Asbo is based on the Corsa, and obviously while the Corsa is known for the writer culture behind it, and the Saxo isn't too well known, I think it would be a great addition into the game and make a more diverse choice of rally cars. I also think we'll get some sort of sedan, maybe a new Mercedes sedan. I think an E63 would fit in brilliantly into the game and would not look out of place in the city of Los Santos. Another car that I think Rockstar could add into the game is the MG ZT260. I think it would fit in really well into Los Santos despite the fact it was never sold in the US. I know Rockstar like to pick their weird little cars, and nobody really knows about the MG ZT260. It also comes in an estate variant, which would be quite cool to see. We'll also get another car under the Ingot brand, based on the Volvo XC90. The SUV class doesn't have many vehicles, and I think it would be an interesting car to see added into the game. Maybe a HSW variant could be cool. On the topic of SUVs, I think we will get a new Grotti or Pegassi SUV based on Lanzador or Pregonze. They're definitely two interesting cars, especially the Lanzador, and I am very interested to see how they would fit into the GTA universe. Obviously they like their SUVs, so I think it could be a likely addition that would fit in. I still don't know how I'd feel about it, but it's also likely that they would get HSW upgrades. We might get both, or we might get one. We'll see, but I think it is extremely likely that we get one of the two. I think a new Sentinel car is also highly likely, possibly based on the BMW E46 M3 GTR. They clearly like the M3 GTR, as we've had delivery for many cars from Need for Speed, and I will think it would fit well into the game. Considering we've had the E46 in previous GTA titles, I see no reason for them not to bring it back in GTA 5. Although this is just a guess, it could also be some sort of other BMW, but for now I think that the most likely choice is the E46 M3 GTR. Factoring the fact that GTA usually adds a classic car into their updates, I think that there are a few cars that could be likely. I think number one, that the Lotus Europa is quite a likely choice considering it is a very funky car and definitely an interesting and popular one with classic car people. And obviously with GTA recently having added the Brigham, they definitely do like to add some funky stuff, so I think it would fit into the game brilliantly. Next up, I think an MG Midget or MGB is likely. They are very popular cars in real life when it comes to classic cars, usually the go-to for most people as a first classic car, so I think they are very likely. Do also believe that we could get a car such as the Citroen 2CV, It's a very strange little car, but I think it would fit into the GTA universe quite well and be quite a popular car, despite its weirdness. There's also trucks to factor in. I think that we will get a Ram TRX or F-150 Lightning in the update, considering the popularity of the Ram TRX and the fact that GTA usually likes to add some weird, unpopular electric car into their updates, every update. I think another highly likely car is a Mustang Dark Horse. We haven't had a new Dominator in a while and it's a highly requested car, so I don't see why they wouldn't add it. They usually like to add a muscle car into each update. Having had the Buffalo electric version in the previous update, I think it would fit into the universe brilliantly. Next up we have the new Charger with the V6. Obviously we have the EXE already, and I do think that a new V6 Charger could fit into the game quite well. It would be low effort for Rockstar and could be quite an interesting car. I also think that a new Subaru Impreza or Mitsubishi Evo is a likely candidate for the next update, maybe even a combination of the two. We haven't had one in a long while, and obviously they are already in game of different models, so I don't see why we wouldn't get newer ones. We haven't had a new Evo in a long time, so I think it would likely be an Evo, but we'll see. That is all my predictions for this update. I appreciate you guys watching and I hope you have a lovely day, and that would be all. Thank you and goodbye.